Could y'all believe I'm in here now?
Surfer.
Y'all remember? Y'all remember High School Musical? I'm trying not to touch this because it really makes me feel like I'm on the stage, like I could really be like, but I want to give y'all a whole ASMR situation. So shout out to the mans because I was really about to do it if you see me. All right, so what it is, what's up? It's your girl Key, and welcome back to BAGtalk. It's the pod for the in-betweeners. You still figuring out life, love, happiness, mental health, and just everything in between. Now let's fucking talk about it. Y'all, if you didn't know, you see you see what's going on here. Niggas got visuals now. So, on to new things. I'm starting shit again. Bag talk been in the making for who knows how long, okay? So, here we are, season 2, because this really my second season in life right now. Second season in life, meaning like I'm really it's a new me. Like you know how you start a new season of an episode, right? I mean of a show, and it'd be like I don't remember what happened in first season, so you gotta like recap. Nah, we not recapping. You know why? Because this is season 2. We starting fresh. It's gonna just cut into it's a whole new year, right? Oh, y'all, I don't even know what to talk about for real. It's just like it's been so much, and just trying to get back to this part of me, really. Like for those of you who don't know, I mean, everybody know. If you got me on social media, everybody know. I'm a mom now, a motherfucking mom. Like God and his peeps up there, it was like, yo, huh? She gonna be a mom, and it's okay because I fuck with it. But in being a mom, bro, like you really you really lose yourself. Like I started looking at my mom and like my grandmother and all of them like differently. It's like, damn, this what y'all was going through when y'all was raising us? Like this is the shit that y'all was trying to figure out. Like, oh, had I known while I was going outside and play before the street lights came on that this is what y'all was thinking about, oh, I would have never done this shit so soon. I would have never. I would have been like, you know what? Let me go inside before the street lights, like a little bit before, and help my mom with something because wow, being a mom, motherhood has been one of them, a woosah fucking moment because it challenges you like to a point of you don't even know like what to do. Literally, you don't know what to do. Why? Because it's just literally something new to everything, to your life, to your body, to your. It's just new, bro. Like you learn it every day. There's no manual. There's no body with any type of sufficient advice. And I say that to say because every child is different. How my grandmother raised my mother is not how my mama raised me, and I don't think that that's how I'm gonna raise my kids. So it's just like really and truly, your advice is not going to help me as much as you think it's going to help me. And don't give me advice to think that I have to take what you're telling me. You know what I'm saying? It's all in good faith because it's really trying to help you, but it don't really be helping as much as y'all think it do. It don't. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be fucked up to even say that for real. Like, you offer me advice. You're telling me I have to take your advice, but when I don't take your advice, it's like, well, you young moms don't know what you're doing. No, 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 no. I know exactly what I'm doing. It's just the fact that I'm doing it how I want to do it, not how you want to do it. Whoa. On top of all of that, you dealing with excuse how I talk about my kid because I love him to pieces, but that little nigga, oh, he is on 10. Like I feel like he Sonic the Hedgehog with like a battery on his back because he is nonstop going and going and going. And then I just be like, really? Really, nigga? You don't want to sleep? You don't want to take a nap? You don't get tired? Like, okay, Kevin Gates, you don't get tired? Like, I can't keep up. I really can't. So it's different. And I don't want to get too much into it because I got a special treat coming for y'all outside of what's going on right now. So on another note, listen, back to being this season 2 of my life, right? I realized like sometimes in life you really gotta just let shit go. Like people, things, shit that hurt your feelings years ago. Like you really gotta heal and let that shit the fuck go. Cause the longer you hold on to it, is the longer like that shit really carries into your life. Like I never understood that until like I'm in this part of my life. Like I never knew that when them bitches was bullying me in middle school, I didn't know that my big grown age now that shit really hurt my feelings. Like I be like you develop certain things internally and subconsciously to the point where you don't even know that you really be acting that way. Or like that's what triggering you. Like, ooh, that word, trigger? Yikes. Yikes. I be so triggered. And it's like, where is this coming from? Like, and I think that's the part of what I'm working on now is just figuring out what triggers me, what bothers me, what sets me from, being Janae to being Cleo and set it off. It's like, there's a level, there's a level in there, and I don't necessarily always know what causes that. Like recently I got triggered. Let's talk about it. I'm getting in this big stage of being more open, right? So I got triggered and I didn't realize that it triggered me so bad. Um, I have an ex, you feel me? And they have an ex, that's how shit goes. And this bitch name is so common. When I say her name is so common, like common. For namesake, that bitch name is fucking Mary Beth. You feel me? You hear Mary Beth name on commercials. You hear that shit in the store. You hear that shit in songs. You hear that shit. And I just be like, yo. So everybody just at the same time name they name their kid this. Everybody name their fucking child Mary Beth. And reason Mary Beth triggers me so much is because my ex cheated on me with Mary Beth. You feel me? So obviously it would, it would bother me. She don't bother me. It's the fact that he went to her that bothered me. So on top of him going to her name just be, all right, all right. I can't get rid of this bitch. Like I can't. So as much as I healed, I thought it was it. I'm at Walmart and the bitch that's checking my fucking groceries is Mary Beth. And I looked at her. Forgive me, Mary Beth, because you didn't deserve me to talk to you that way. But I looked at her like, bitch, you don't know how to forgive me. I was like, bitch, you don't know how to ring no groceries up because she like double scanned something, and so you have to delete it, all that extra shit. But I'm looking at her like with disgust, like, bitch, if you don't get this shit the fuck right, because right now, right now, the way I'm feeling, Mary Beth, I'm about to fuck you up. Okay? But yeah, I didn't know I was still triggered by that. So it's like healing. Need to need to do some healing. How do you heal? Really? Like how do you fully heal? Because there's no time limit on healing. There's literally it's like a timeless time to heal because just because it happened a year ago, just because it happened shit 7 years ago, it doesn't mean like I'm over it. The slightest thing is gonna make it pop back in my head, and then now I'm regurgitating those feelings. I'm feeling that shit again. I'm just like, damn, for real? Like, I can't believe that nigga did that. Don't shit be happening for real. Don't even fuck with the nigga no more. You just be like, I can't believe that nigga did that. And then you be back feeling it, and it's like, damn, do I have to re-heal all over again? Like, did I not go through the process? Did I feel what I was supposed to feel? Like, it just be a whole what the fuck. It really be a whole what the fuck. But what I have learned is you gotta take your time with yourself. You gotta have grace with yourself because you could give everybody else advice, but when it comes to yourself, that same advice that you need, you be like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Like, no, girl, yes. Yes, you need that. You need to reevaluate that. You need to, feel it. Like sometimes it's okay to feel it. It's okay to go through the motions, but at some point you gotta really check yourself. Be like, I don't know. Maybe I don't need. Maybe I don't need to keep holding on to this. Maybe I don't need to regurgitate this. And I think when we get to that point is when we actually heal. But again, trigger is a trigger. It's gonna always. It's gonna always be there. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how you really react to it. That's gonna do it for you. Cause what Janae said might catch a case in this bitch. Cause that's how I be feeling. I'm triggered. Go figure. But anywho, back on what's going on. Listen, I got into this space of knowing I deserve good things. Because good things happen to good people. And I feel like I'm a good person. Right? Like, fuck all the extra shit that I got going on. Like, I really am a good person. And it's like the people that do wild shit to me, it's like, that's your fault. You can't blame other people for how they do you. That's just what it is. You can't control other people, their reactions, their emotions, how they feel towards you, how they don't feel towards you. Like being in my big age now, like I realize, like, oh, that's how you feeling? Oh, all right. Like, bye. Like it's really easier. It's a simple thing for me to be like, all right, bye. I'm not. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not about to beg you to be in my space. I'm not about to beg you to be around me. And I think people get this entitlement like you're supposed to want them around you, or you're supposed to need them, or you're supposed to. I'm not supposed to do shit but breathe and be black. And I'm doing that shit very well, if you ask me. Like, niggas, and not even niggas, this is too. Like, I done fell out with getting older, I done fell out with a lot more of my friends than I thought. Like, and highly emphasis on the friends part because people don't even be your friend for real. And it, let me tell you something. A situation that happened a few weeks ago. Listen, space of vulnerability and honesty. A situation happened a few weeks ago with a friend of mine, and emphasis the friend part because people think because you've known them for a long time that means you are your friends. I don't think that that means that. I think if you hold yourself to the same standards as a friend, meaning you expect from me what I expect from you, and it's on the same page, then that and y'all grow with that because obviously relationships grow and friendships grow and people change. And if you want to still be with me as I'm changing, then okay, that's my friend. So again, my friend, we had a falling out and we fell out. And let me tell you something, Shorty dragged me through the Facebook mud. You hear me? And it's just like, damn, over a little fallout? Like over that's how you feel it over a fallout. It's crazy to me because you say I was told like I'm a weirdo. What is a weirdo? Everyone loves using this weirdo term. What is a weirdo? Oh, nobody has a clear definition because I thought a weird. I'm not even gonna say what I thought a weirdo was because people do be weird, like in their own little shape or form. But the shit that I was doing, I wasn't weird. You feel me? Like I told you how I felt about, let me back oh, let me back up, right? Girl code. That's where the situation came in, girl code. Because to me, girl code applies to friends or, people that you consider very close. You feel me? On top of girl code, I honestly don't think that that shit is real because you feel me? Like, it's life. We are grown as people now. Certain shit should not matter, right? Okay. So it's a nigga involved. If nobody picked up on it yet, it's a nigga involved. That's what friendships fall out about these days. Niggas, it don't be about money. It don't be about money. You feel me? Dick. Like that's really what friendship is falling out over these days. And it just doesn't make any sense to me. So anywho, it's a nigga. And I thought this nigga was so fine. You feel me? And I didn't know the nigga was you feel me? I didn't know the nigga was a hot commodity like that. But anywho, back in the day, they was a thing. You feel me? And girl code says that if your friend got next to this person, you're not supposed to want to get next to that person. I get it. You feel me? Now, if you're telling me years past, years, you'd have moved on, boyfriend, kid, crib, ring, etc. Why the fuck does this nigga from years ago matter? And why the fuck am I supposed to care? Like, I don't, am I wrong? Like, I probably am wrong. You feel me? Because only nigga in my life that nobody is supposed to get next to is my baby daddy. And why? Because we created life. Like, that's the only thing in this life. Anybody else that I've ever came across with is fair play. Why? Because there's no proof that I dealt with them. Only one person got proof. One. It's my baby daddy. And we, you feel me? It's the only person. I don't care. I don't care. And maybe that's my mentality. Like, I've never been a girl's girl. Like, I've always been around the niggas. I was the only girl for a while in my family. So it's like, I really grew up with the niggas. I played sports. I hung out with the niggas. So it's like, me, excuse me, niggas be fucking with niggas, exes and baby moms and sisters and all kind of shit. I know a nigga that fuck with a nigga mom. I ain't gonna tell you a story about boy, but we all know. You feel me? And it's just like, I know niggas that do that, and it's just the moral code of it is like, if that shit ain't hold no weight, it's like, why are you mad? Like, pass that nigga this way. Like, like niggas could pass around girls, right? And be bro, dap him up. But it's like me, ooh wee. This why I don't need this why I don't need this setup, y'all. I paused for a second because I hit this and I wasn't sure what was going on. But like I said, niggas do pass shorty around. Why we can't pass these niggas around? Like, why do we why do we claim a nigga to the point where we do not want to let him go? Like, sometimes he gotta go. He gotta be for the streets. If we gonna say these niggas for the streets, why not pass them around like they for the streets? Like, y'all be wanting to hold the feelings and emotions, and it just be like, for what? Because when it come down to it, if his man's hit him like, yo, bro, he gonna green light it. Like, bitches get green lighted every day. So why is it that y'all are mad? Well, females get mad when you try to go green light a nigga. Like, listen, needless to say, behind the nigga, I lost a friend. And fuck it. Like, and that's where I get to the point where I don't care no more. Like, nobody is paying my big ass bill. Nobody is paying for my son's daycare. Nobody is putting food in this mommy belly of mine. So why the fuck should I give a fuck about losing people? You feel me? I only lose people who wasn't meant to be in my space. If you wasn't meant to be in my space, some way, some shape, some form, the big man upstairs was gonna remove you from my my path. You feel me? And then sometimes you gotta realize, like, as much as you think that like your inner circle really be for you and it's no new friends and this sometimes like really and truly the people closest to you is the people that don't really want you to be nowhere but close to them, nowhere but in their bubble. Because the minute you get out of their bubble, it's like, who the fuck you like yo, you see her? Like, you feel me? And it just be like, damn. Like, that's how you been feeling all the time? It's okay. Like, if that's how you feeling, then stay over there. I'm happy you out my space. And that go for a lot of people. It go for a lot of family members. Like, yo, like flies dropping. Like, it's okay to lose people. It's okay to not have them around. Like, the biggest time in my life where I knew I was losing people around me was when I was pregnant. Like, they do not talk about, they talk about it, but no one takes it serious. You lose so much people when you are carrying a child, it makes no sense. Like, your friends, who? When you in the crib going through hormones or you got a craving, ain't nobody bringing that shit for you. Ain't no friend, no sis, no my bitch. It's none of that. It's none of that. They don't come. They don't check for you, and it be like you get thick skin at the end of it because it's like, damn, y'all doing this to me at my most vulnerable moment in life, realistically, because having a baby is something next level. You feel me? So if y'all could leave me at this point in my life, when I'm up, who's this? Who's to say y'all not gonna leave me then? You feel me? Oh, y'all not gonna leave me then. Y'all gonna want to be. You feel me? Like, oh, girl, I knew you could. Oh, nah, you didn't know I could do nothing. Cause when I needed you, you wasn't there. Now I'm up. Word to Casa Dad. I'm up now. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Like it's cool. Cause when they on my body, and that's when they on my body, I don't want to hear it. It's okay. It is okay. Yo, let me see. That goes into realistically, all that girl code shit goes into that whole woman empowerment shit. And I say that to say that shit with Nicki Minaj. Trigger warning for anybody. I think Nicki Minaj is so corny. Y'all heard that in the back? Nicki Minaj is so corny to me. And I say that because where she at right now, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Where she's at right now, she has no reason to really be on Twitter arguing with upcoming artists or newer artists. Like, what are you defending your crown for? Everyone gives you your crown. You feel me? The shit that you didn't do when it was you upcoming, you didn't give nobody their crown. Everybody gives you your crown. They give you your flowers, all that. What do you are? What do you? Why are you on Instagram and Twitter complaining about Grammys and awards that you're not getting and recognition? Like you got the recognition. You got the bread. You feel me? You got the plaques. You got the awards. What you're not getting the awards you think you deserve? People maybe realistically, you don't deserve some of them because of the person you are. Sometimes like the music is not enough. Like, yes, the music is important, but sometimes it's not enough as a person. Who are you? And it's fucked up to say. Not really fucked up, it's the truth. But maybe as a person, nobody really fucks with you. And that's why you get slighted on certain things. You feel me? And that's why I think this whole woman empowerment and feminism and when I say feminism, people who go into the woman empowerment thing, they tie into the feminism thing, and it's like, oh, we're all pro woman, pro this, pro that, up until the next bitch that you thought was equal to you or a little bit underneath you surpasses you. Now it's fuck her, fuck this bitch, da 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 da. Like it's whoa. Wait a minute. What happened? What happened to the woman empowerment? What about like what happened to that? You feel me? Everybody's on board up until you feel like that person is passing you or leveling up from you or doing better than you. Like bitches do not want and please forgive me for referring to like because I refer to myself as a bitch. So it's like if I do it to myself, cool, I'm gonna do it across the board. Like that's just what it is. Anywho, bitches feel like they are entitled to having the upper hand, maybe like I'm gonna give you a little bit, but don't take the whole thing. Because if you take the whole thing, now I'm not giving you nothing, and it's like, damn, why not share what you got? You feel me? When I get what I got, now I'ma feel, what's the I'm gonna feel like, okay, cool. You fed me, I'm gonna feed you, and that's how that works. And now we both feeding each other while we both leveling up. No, 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 no. What it is I'm gonna give you, but you gotta stay down there so I can keep giving it to you. Like I gotta keep feeding you, and that's not how this shit go. And then when it's like that, ain't no such thing as women empowerment. Like I've witnessed it and to myself. It ain't real. You feel me? Because the minute you cross the person who think they, you feel me, Regina George or some shit, you have been voted off the island. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. What's been going on? Before I try to like switch up the I don't know, the before I try to switch up, I want to give a gem to the people around me. You feel me? Bag Talk has been in the making for years, right? It took me years to get to this point, just being able to elevate to this what I'm doing right now. And it's very few people that was really yo, you, what you got, yo, you feel me? And to those people that was around me, I really appreciate it, you know, giving y'all flowers. I might not say it a lot, and I might be real bitchy when y'all telling me about myself because I don't like I don't like being told about myself. You feel me? But those of you that did, I really appreciate it. And for the bottom of my heart, I fuck with y'all because let me tell you something. This right here has been something I've been wanting to do for so long. You feel me? It's been something that I wanted to. I feel like just get off my chest because I feel like I have a purpose in life. Finding out what my purpose is, finding out what my calling is. You know what I'm saying? And I've been so to myself in my bubble, the mommy bubble. First, it was the pandemic bubble. Then I jumped out of pandemic bubble, and then I was in honeymoon bubble. You feel me? And then I jumped out of that, and then I was in mommy bubble, and I've been in mommy bubble ever since. And being in mommy bubble, you lose your sense of purpose because now you realistically you have two purposes, right? The purpose of fulfilling your role as mom and making sure that the life that you brought into this world is on track to now becoming, the greatest possibility that they could become, right? But realistically in life as an individual, you have your purpose. You feel me? And I think in the years, like I've drowned my purpose within everybody else's purpose. I forgot who I am. A little bit. I forgot the outfits I like to wear. I forgot like how I want to do my hair, like what color nails. Like it was like damn, it's like do you remember what decisions? Like do you remember who you are? You feel me? And it's like fuck. You get that wake up call. Like one day I was just sitting in the crib and I was like, go not sitting in the crib, almost cat, going to work. No, I was sitting in the crib. Don't know what's happening right now in this story. Came home from work and I was just sitting in the crib like, damn, I could have been doing I should have been doing damn, bro. I ain't really what the fuck I got going on? And from that moment I was just like, nah, if I ain't gonna do nothing in this life, I'm gonna fulfill the shit that I want to do. And this right here is something that I want to do. I want to be on my shit. I want to be able to, speak. Not all the time I'm gonna be, intellectually inclined or musically inclined or certain conversations, but I know that I have a voice and I have something to say. I have a purpose in this life because my purpose is your purpose in life is to what you do with your passion, but it services those around you, right? And I noticed that a lot of people come for your advice. A lot of people just talk to me. A lot of people be able to open up to me. Like a lot of people, like when I'm talking, y'all hear me. You feel me? And it's like, damn, if I'm not talking, if I'm to myself, if I'm bottling everything up, it's like, damn, who am I? I'm not even serving myself at this point. It's like, what am I doing? And in those internal conversations, I'm just like, nah, buddy. If I get out here and just talk one pack of bullshit, then it's like somebody gonna hear this bullshit. Cause really, these shits I be hearing, yo, YouTube will let you know what the fuck is going on in the streets. And let me tell you something. Not every nigga deserves a mic at all. Some of these niggas, y'all get a little mic, a camera, and some ring light, and you feel like you are fucking you fucking, I don't know. Who used to give niggas advice? Ricky Lake or one of them? Like, you really feel like you Dr. Phil. That's the nigga. Y'all, these niggas get a mic, some light, and a camera, and they feel like they are Dr. Phil, bro. And that nigga not even a real doctor. Let's talk about it. Like, y'all flooding the streets, but y'all flooding the streets with bullshit. Like, like y'all realize that? Like, the streets is flooded with a bunch of bullshit and sex. Like, that shit is so wild to me. Like, this is why are people so horny? Like, like, what is going on in society that y'all feel like every conversation or everything that people need to talk about is relating to sex? What are the deeper conversations that we're having here? Because every podcast, every fucking Instagram clip, it's like, oh, what position would you prefer? Or you let a nigga eat your ass? Like, why is what I do in my 4x4 any of y'all business? Like, why does everybody feel like they need to go in front of a camera to say that? Like, this is the most corniest fucking generation that I mean, granted, it's my generation. Like, y'all niggas is horny as fuck. It's like, get to the deeper root of this. You feel me? And I think that has a lot to do with just how Instagram has formed us. And, y'all see everything up front. You feel me? It's like, yeah, y'all ain't got no choice but to be horny. Realistically, you go on Instagram, all you seen is ass, titties, BBL, tummy tuck, lipo. You just seeing everything up front and center. First of all, let's not talk about the porn sites being very accessible, because before, y'all had to go buy some DVDs and magazines. Now, oh, it's at the touch. Are you? Please click yes or no if you're 18 or older. Niggas be 12 years old. Yup, I'm 18, and now you looking at BBW. Big. It's just wild to me, and it's just like, damn. And I think that's why everything gets so over sexualized, and like there's no secret no more. It's nothing like a bitch like me. Oh, I likes to cover up. Like, I don't like too much showing. Because listen, if I show you a regular Joe at fucking Walmart, what is my man gonna see back at the crib that you didn't just see? So where's I wonder how she look. I wonder if she got a freckle on her left cheek or something like. If you in aisle 5 while I'm getting some cereal and you see that, what is the difference? Like, what does my man have to himself? Because if all y'all could see it, it's like, damn, well, shit. And I think that plays a lot to why these niggas don't really like have that much respect for us like they used to. Like, and I'm not saying none of them have respect, but the respect level has dropped a lot. The chivalry has dropped. It's like at this point now we're so independent or so, oh, I can do whatever, that we don't even, like, we have to beg for the shit that was initially given. Like the shit that our parents and maybe our grandmothers, asking us to be their girlfriend, asking if they're okay, like getting consent to a certain extent with certain things. It's just like, they see it and they react. And I'm not saying it's okay, you feel me? But at the same time, it's the environment that we're now living in, that everything is just so accessible that it's like, okay, if it's right there, I'm gonna take it, period. And it's fucked up. It's really fucked up, because now y'all blaming everybody else. But realistically, we have to look in the mirror. If we want higher standards, we have to hold ourselves to higher standards. And I think that's where the accountability and I'm gonna say more so women, because we complain the most about how these niggas are acting. We say these niggas ain't shit and this is that, but we don't hold ourselves to a higher standard. The only standard we're holding high is that this nigga gotta be rich, he gotta have money, he gotta buy me a Birkin. I don't give a fuck about the Birkin if you don't respect me. Like, fuck the Birkin, fuck fuck all that extra shit that you want to throw my way just to get me to shut up. No, respect me. Like take time with me. Be gentle with me. I don't need no nigga to feel like because he gave me a bag, now I gotta throw this ass. No, sometimes I don't want to throw this ass, but I do want the other shit. Like, sometimes you have to understand that. And I think that there's no standard. It's just free balling. And then it's like, a girl like me, regular degular, I gotta sit up here and go through all this extra shit. Like, niggas thinking I want they bread, don't want it. Niggas thinking I want they arm and they leg, don't want it. I just want good conversation, respect, and loyalty, realistically. But that's neither here nor there. To anybody that's paying attention to what I said respect, loyalty. So if you shoot your shot, just know that you have to have that before you approach me. So if you still in your whole phase, and some of y'all be damn near 35, still in your whole phase, get over it. But anywho, if you still in your whole phase, please don't come at me. But if you ready to, chill out a little bit, a little dinner date, travel, holla. If not, keep that shit over there. I don't want it. I done had enough. You feel me? Ooh, had to throw that shit over there because I don't want it. But that shit is just so crazy to me. And it's like, eventually, this is why I'm gonna raise my son. He's gonna be such an upstanding man, but you bitches isn't gonna play with him. Listen, he don't got no. He gonna have Birkin money, but guess what? You're not getting it. You know what you're gonna get? A Michael Kors from fucking TJ Maxx, and bitch, you better be happy that my baby went out and got that for you. Thank you. Don't sit up here and talk about, oh, what is this? Oh, thanks. Give it back. What the hell? Cause y'all not about to listen. Y'all be really playing with these young men. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how y'all do it. Like I be wanting to do it, but I feel bad. Or I feel like, you know why I can't do it? I feel like a beggar. Like I could never be the beggar type. Because that's how it come off. Like you want a nigga to do everything for you, but you can't do nothing. You just look like I'm holding my hand out for those of you listening. Like you look like you just begging, 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 begging. No, what the fuck type of shit is that? Y'all talking about what niggas can bring to the table? Like, no, realistically, what do you bring to the table? Y'all talking about home shit, da 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 da. But like, it takes two to make a home. You feel me? And if you don't want two to make a home equally, then nigga stay in your apartment. And that's just really how I feel about it. Like, yeah, if I get to the point where I have a husband, no, when manifestation, when I get a husband, if he say he covering X, Y, and Z, okay, cool, baby, I'm gonna cover A, B, and C. You feel me? That's just how that shit go, and that's when you get a partnership. But you can't have a partnership if this one ain't got shit and this one got everything. That ain't a partnership. You feel me? You gotta have, and we gotta come together, and then now we put our shit together, and now we got more. That's what happens. Because no one is saying that we need to go back to, you feel me? Granted, I would, if I could just be a stay-at-home mom and do whatever the fuck I want to do. You feel me? I still might work. That's just how I've been built, that I don't like being inactive. Like, so if you want to work, cool. If you don't want to work, cool. But understand, like, that comes with something. You can't expect me to pay everything, go to work, do everything for you, and then you in the crib dirty, ain't no food cooked, kids is wilding. Like, cool. You can't do that. You feel me? But now, if you both going to work and the crib, and y'all both come home in the crib dirty, now it's like, all right, well, we paid, we both got it, we both work, we got both me halfway. You can't it's a give and take, and it's so selfish. People are so selfish. Let me not say bitches. People are so selfish, really and truly, and it's crazy. Like, you want your cake. Y'all know that saying? We want your cake and eat it too. But it's like you want cake and eat it too. Because niggas be wanting both of bitches in it's just like, are you crazy? You can't have both of us, nigga. Nigga. You better choose wisely. And it better not be me. Because if you gotta pick me or another bitch, pick that other bitch. Because I'm gonna make your life a living hell for making that bitch even a part of our equation. Thank you. That's just a PSA for niggas that be wanting to play in my face. I'm really off it. Tying into the fact that niggas be playing with me, right? I think I think when you get violated, and I said, okay, ooh, New York came out. Violating, right? Not on the legal side of things. Just violating, like, you disrespected me on that front of it, right? I think what comes in, like, people feel like, oh, you're mad because I cheated. Da, 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 da. It don't even be that. I mean, it don't even be that I be mad that you cheated. You know what it be? It be the fact that you thought that I was dumb enough to not know. Like, so you really tested my intelligence more so than anything. And it's like, you hurt my feelings, nigga. You hurt you hurt my brain, really, because it's like, damn, nigga, you thought it was stupid. You thought that spiritually I wasn't gonna be like right there with you. Like, just know my ancestors, they be putting me on game real early. Like real early. It's just me, dumb. Young, dumb, you know the rest. You feel me? Just be like, it's whatever. Yeah, it's whatever. And I think I think that's what really be fucking us up. It's like we know, but we choose not to know. Like nigga, like I love you. Fucking love you. On some Krishan, and Blueface shit. You feel me? Would never be that dumb. Never. Never. Tooth? Absolutely not. 6, 7 tattoos? Absolutely not. I barely want to get. I barely get one. I, I barely. I barely want to take your name if we get married, let alone tattoo you all over my body. Are you nuts? Are you dumb? So yeah, I think it's the fact that we try to play dumb because we get comfortable, we get familiar, and it's like the hurt becomes familiar. It's like, okay, well, I know you're gonna do this. I know you're gonna say this, so I know I'm gonna say this. So it's like, okay, let's go in the circle of it. I mean, the cycle of it, and then it just be like, damn, here we are again. And I think we have to realize, and I think both male and female go through this. I think it's okay to walk the fuck away if it does not serve you any purpose. If it got to the point where you have a routine, it's time to go. Because when you get into the routine of things, after a while, that shit gets boring. You and you get to the point of no choice of having to step out. And I think that's where that comes from. Like it's like, all right, well, I know. Well, not all cases, because some niggas just do shit just to do shit. Females too, but I'm a female, so I'm just gonna talk about niggas. Um, some people just do shit just to do shit, and it's like, damn. But in those situations where it's like you don't add nothing to the relationship, and I'm saying like you ain't got date night, you don't have intimacy, you don't have shit separate time. People forget that in a relationship you need to be separate at some times. Like I fully, fully advocate for being married and having two separate houses. Maybe I would like the fact that the house we have a lot of land like acreage, and your house is here and my house is here, and then we have a middle house for the family to get together. I would love that because sometimes nigga leave me alone, back up off me. Like I told one of my exes, like, bro, I didn't really start fucking with you until you left me alone. Like because it's like I felt like you was it's stifling to an extent. And I guess that's where the contradiction comes. You want a nigga to do everything, but at the same time, it's like, ooh, back up, back up. Let me miss you. Ooh, yikes. I don't like being suffocated. I don't like being like clocked and things like that. Because if I respect the relationship enough, I'm gonna check in. I'm gonna clock myself for you. You don't need to be like, what you doing? Where you going? Like you said you share me your location. That share location shit, whoa. Never again. Never the fuck again. Shout out to you. I was sharing my location with this one nigga, and he told me, "Oh yeah, I'm going XYZ." I'm like, "Oh, all right." I'm looking at the time, like, I wonder where you at, like where he at. I'm like, okay, well, let me check the location just to make sure you all right. Y'all know this nigga was 20 minutes from the crib, and he was supposed to be going like driving probably like an hour and something like away. So I'm like, okay, well, I was trying to see like, okay, well, where did you make it to? So I know like, okay, should I start cooking dinner? Should I roll up? Because at the time I was smoking, so should I roll up for you to when you get back or something like that? And this nigga was right around the block. I'll never share locations again. Only like in emergencies with like family, just so y'all know, because they be raping and kidnapping bitches out here. And listen, I'm very small. And listen, I'm grab up a bull. You hear me? Like it's really it's easy to scoop me up, and I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't know. I'll never share my location. That shit. I ain't sleep right for a week after that. Cause it was like, damn. I was just like, listen, don't share your location with me no more, bro. I don't want to see it. Cause if I see it, I'm gonna just pop up instead of texting and be like, you in the corner. Internally, I'm actually crying, but I'm healing. On the outside, healing because whoo, shit like that really make you wonder, like, what the fuck, like, what the fuck? I really been through some shit relationship wise. Like, I've really took myself through the ringer, and now that I'm, where I'm at now, it's just like, bitch, you can't blame nobody but yourself. Cause at each turn, right before it got worse, somebody was there to be like, you sure you want to do this? You sure that that's the route you want to go? And I'm like, I love him. What? We love each other. We're gonna get married. I was supposed to get married to like 3, 4 different niggas. I love very hard and very stupidly. Don't judge me. God said just judge. I'm a preacher's daughter, and I don't even know what God said. I just know He said don't judge people. And I know in school, that's how you know God just choked me up just then. In school, they said treat others how you want to be treated. So I guess, hey, you don't want me to judge you, so don't judge me. Period. Yo, I'm getting to the point of wrapping it up. I still got a few little minutes. Um, I don't even, I don't even, I don't even know why you girls bother at this point. Like, give it up. It's me. I win. You lose. And that, see, look, shout out to Nikki, because I wouldn't have had that bar if it wasn't for you. But you busy on Twitter arguing with bitches, so now I can't even fuck with you for real. Fucking clown. Just a goofy. Y'all know who I fuck with? Cardi. I fuck with her more. I fuck with her more just because of her on the family side. Like she really had a good come up. Cardi had a very good come up, and nobody could take that from herself. He be punching the air. He be. Those of you didn't see what I just did, I was punching the air. He be punching the air because he tried to play her on Love and Hip Hop, and look at her now. Rider with my twin in them. Yeah, we all the good spot. Well, bitches say I think I should. That's a bar because y'all just be linking up after y'all beef. Y'all beef with one girl and all of a sudden y'all besties. How'd that go? Oh, so basically haters link up because I know y'all just sitting here talking about me, not me, but whoever the me is. Because I don't think none of my enemies ever linked up. If y'all ever linked up, y'all are corny. For real. That's corny as hell. To not be cool with somebody and then just link up with somebody else because they're also not cool with that person. Like, oh my goodness. What do y'all get from that? People that do that, what do y'all get from that for real? Do y'all feel like that's an accomplishment? Like, we don't like her. You don't like her either? Oh my god. You want to be best friends? And now y'all both looking dumb. Because then, like, give it a week or so from now, both y'all gonna fall out for the same shit while I don't fuck with either of y'all. Use a liar and use a thief. So let's see what's gonna happen here. It's just crazy. Like, oh my goodness. If you made it to the end of this podcast, I would like to say thank you. If you stopped, imagine if you stopped, like, bitch, they didn't get this far. Of course they stopped. Like, but those of you listen in two part, just understand that I don't have a full on schedule as of yet for my podcast. I have a series coming up. Is called the Full Circle series, and that's just going over all things life. Meaning, life, everything comes in full circles. Everything comes in twos and threes and fours, right? Like when things happen, I think it's really in threes. Yeah, things come in threes. But between having health, wealth, love, and happiness. Each one of those things are very important within our lives as adults, more than we realized it was going to be important, so here we are. you know so between our happiness, love life, and love can go from loving externally, loving internally, uh wealth. We're getting to the age where shit, we got bills, we have to figure out retirement plans, we have to figure out fucking school tuition when that time comes, making sure we have it, like doing the things differently so that we set up wealth for our generations to come, you know. Health, there's a lot of things that I've learned within myself or just within life in general, um after having my child, how things are really different. Like before I used to be like, oh no. After having a baby and dealing with different medicals and physicians and things like that, you realize that your health is so much more important than we know. Um, and certain doctors and certain people don't take it as serious, and when it comes to black people, African Americans, however you like that word. I mean that um, reference to go, because people say I'm not African. Yeah. Anyway, so in dealing with certain things like that, I've learned a lot. I've heard a lot, and I've can come to understand things a lot differently in that aspect. So as I'm getting older, I'm just learning to take things a little bit differently. Not everything is to take lightly. Not everything is a joke. At some point in life, we do grow up. Um, and yeah, so if you keep up with me, I'm gonna try to be as consistent as I can be. But listen, y'all have to understand, is life is life. You know what I'm saying? I'm working. I'm a single mom. You feel me? And that's no shade to my son daddy, because he do his part, but bitch, I'm a single mom, okay? Day in, day out. This shit is not for the weak. This shit is not for the lighthearted. You feel me? You get pushed to the edge. Where the little Uzi, you really get pushed to the edge with this shit. And it's like, if I can't be consistent, you better understand why, okay? I'm trying. I'm doing the best that I can, okay? What more do you want from me? Tyrese, get it together. Because you still want some bullshit at this time. So yeah, like I said, I appreciate those around me. I appreciate those who've poured into me. And I'm working on my life to be able to pour into you guys, because I love you. Duh. I love you. And I really hope that, you guys are here for the journey, because it's going to get better and better and better until it's the best, you know? Before I fully close out, I want to do a question of the day that is brought to me by She Matters, which is an organization that focuses on African American women and their health and their mental awareness, Black mothers, and just, upraising these kids within his life. So the question of the day is, how do you take care of your mental health? Realistically, I don't fucking know. This shit's up in the air. My mental health, it varies. Some days I might roll up. I might do that. Or I might just put on some Lauryn Hill and sing my fucking life away. My mental health, it really varies on just what the fuck is happening. Because sometimes your mental health don't even be because you're stressed out. It could be to the point where you got nothing going on, and because you have nothing going on, you just be like, damn, well, what should be going on? And then you go into the overthinking, and then it be stuff like that. So not all the time your mental health is wild because you have your soul, the anxiety or the depression. Sometimes it's just the overthinking that leads into other stuff. I get it. But right now with my mental health, I'm okay, but it could be better. I think because like I said, I hold shit in until the point where now I'm cussing you the fuck out. Like it's either I'm not saying nothing and I'm bottling it up, or I'm cussing you smooth the fuck out. Like it, and I want to get better, because if I don't get better with that, my child is going to pick up on that habit, and I don't want that to be passed down. That's not something that needs to be passed down, because if he go to school and cuss somebody fuck out, he is it's already two strikes. He's black and he's a boy. That's already a bad battle for him to battle, and I don't need to add extra shit to him. So I'm working on it. This current moment, listen, I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm well. Um, a little sweaty. I'm not gonna lie. This shit had me shambles for a second. Um, but I'm all right. It could be better. Everything in life could be better, but you take it one day at a time, one step at a time. You can't force yourself to heal. You can't force yourself to be better or in a better position. You just gotta take your time and give yourself grace. That is the biggest key in all of this. Um, Social media is coming up very soon, but those of you that have me, it is my personal Instagram. But if you don't have me, it is at Major Key, KI underscore underscore on Instagram. Um, for now, and then I'm gonna adjust. Uh, Thank you for those of you that listened. Thank you for those of you that made it to the end. And I'ma holla at y'all on the next one. Later.
Surfer.